Hey guys, it's Natalie. Welcome back to my channel, Living the Oil Life. I hope everybody has had a wonderful week. It is Did You Know Friday, and well, today we're talking about me and living the oil life. So with my past surgery almost 2 weeks ago, and with all of the amazing well wishes and positive thoughts and prayers that were coming my way, I was also getting some questions. So I thought this Did You Know Friday would be a perfect time to answer some questions that people often ask me, just so you guys can get to know me a little bit and know why I love living the oil life. So what I did was I had somebody write 10 questions down, because as many of you know, I can go on rabbit trails and I can ramble and I get off track. So I thought that would be a great way to stay on track and not make this YouTube video really long. So here are 10 questions about me, and hopefully this will answer some of the questions that you may have had because of my surgery and everything. So are you ready? All right, question number 1. Where were you born? I was actually born in Baltimore, Maryland, and was raised there until I was about 3. My mom got married and then, or got married. My mom got divorced and then remarried, and my stepdad was a doctor in the Navy, and so we were transferred out to California for about 10 years, and we lived in like 3 or 4 different cities out there, and then moved back to Baltimore, and where I ended up growing up and graduating high school. Where do you live now? I actually live in the panhandle of Florida, in a little city called Pensacola, right on the Gulf Coast, with amazing white beaches. Coming from the north, we would spend our summers in Ocean City, Maryland, and the beaches I thought were great, but the sand there is actually brown. And so when I first moved to Pensacola, I could not believe how white the sand was. And actually, when my daughter was younger, we had gone home to visit, and we went to Ocean City, and she was like, "Mom, this sand is dirty," because she was so used to the white sand. So I love living by the beach. Question number 3, do you have children? Well, I guess I kind of answered that. Yes, I do. I have one beautifully amazing daughter who is not a child anymore. She's actually grown and married, and has been married for about 2 years, but she is actually my miracle baby, because we didn't think that I would be able to have children. So I was very blessed with her. Question number 4, why are you on dialysis? Well, I am on dialysis because my kidneys do not work, neither one of them. And I have to do dialysis because the kidneys, if you didn't know, they actually help to cleanse the blood and help to remove toxins and extra fluid from your body. And since mine don't work, I actually do dialysis, which you get hooked up to a machine, and it cleans your blood and gets the extra fluid off. And there's actually a couple of different modes of dialysis, and one is called peritoneal, which you can do at home, and you have a catheter in your abdomen, which I had done, and I loved doing it that way because I was so much more free to do things, but I ended up having a lot of scar tissue in my abdomen, so I had to stop doing that, and I'm back on hemodialysis, which you actually go into a clinic and sit and do dialysis there. What happened to your kidneys? Interestingly enough, most people, when they ask, they automatically think I am diabetic, because most people on dialysis have diabetes, but I actually don't. And what they thought happened was that when I was very little, I had a lot of urinary tract infections that went undetected because I had absolutely no symptoms whatsoever. And they think that I have what is called urinary reflux, where instead of your urine draining straight out through your body, it kind of goes back in a little bit, and it sits there, and it causes urinary tract infections. And so by the time they caught it, or by the time I started having the symptoms of it, it wasn't until I was 18. And my kidneys were actually so scarred that when they took them out, because I kept getting sick, they were actually the size of a quarter instead of being the size of your fist. So that's what happened to my kidneys. So whenever I hear kids have a lot of reoccurring urinary tract infections, I'm always like parents, please get your kids checked out. Please just check them out, you know, make sure they're safe, make sure that they're okay, because I never want them to end up to be like me. Question number 6, how often do you do dialysis? I actually do dialysis 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'm actually very blessed because I'm tiny. I only have to dialyze for 3 hours a day. A lot of other people have to do 4. Some have to do 5 depending on how big they are and what kind of physical condition they are in. But mine is 3 hours, so it's almost like having a part-time job, which is kind of the bummer of the whole thing. All right, number 7, are you on a transplant list? I actually am in the process of getting on another transplant list. Some very good friends of mine are very encouraging and really want me to get back on the list because they want to get tested because they are actually the same blood type as I am, so they want me to get tested. But I actually did have 2 transplants, and they both rejected, unfortunately, and it's taken me many years because it's such an emotional process that it's actually taken me many years to kind of want to go through that process again. So I am in the process of getting back on a transplant list. Question number 8, did you start using your oils because of your kidneys? Yes and no. No, I didn't originally start. I think a lot of you probably have heard my story. I went to a friend's house and she was having a party and makes the most amazing food. But being on dialysis, you tend to have a lot of digestive issues when eating sometimes. And so when that happens, it just makes it miserable for you and you just want to go home, and especially if you eat too much. And so I was there at her house, and it got to that point because I ate way too much and I was feeling very uncomfortable. And she gave me a bottle of Digize, and she said, here, I just want you to try 2 drops. And I was very leery, but I was just like, okay. And so I used 2 drops of Digize, and probably within not even 10 minutes, my complete discomfort was gone, and I was just like, whoa, that was amazing. So that was my introduction to oils, and then after a while in a couple of classes I was like, okay, I really need these. And so then after researching and getting into them, I realized that these are really great support for me while on dialysis. Number 9. Okay. Number 9 was a question that was first worded, what oils do you use for your kidneys? And because I don't think I could stay compliant with that answer, and because it's still a process for me, I'm still learning, I'm still doing a ton of research about it. I don't want to share that right now. I'm hoping that one day that will be part of my story and I'll be able to tell it compliantly. So we kind of changed it and we made it, what are 3 top oils you use specifically for dialysis? That one was a little bit easier for me to answer. So the first one, well actually 2, are Peace and Calming or Stress Away. I actually take them with me to dialysis because when you're there and you're in a chair and you have to sit there for 3 hours, it's like a big, it's not even a recliner, it's a leather chair, but it's not really great, really comfortable, and you're sitting there for 3 hours, you can't get up, you can't move around, and sometimes you get very antsy, sometimes you get a little bit nervousness, and so Peace and Calming and Stress Away are great for being on dialysis for that purpose. My other one is Aroma Life because it is great for our life force and it is best applied over the heart, so that is one that I use every day. And the other ones that I use is a combination. I kind of like go back and forth using them, like different, I guess, rotation kind of things, but I use lavender, frankincense, melrose, and geranium mostly with coconut oil or my V6. It depends. I rotate those also, and I use those on my fistula, which is where you have dialysis, on my arm. I use those to help keep my skin looking nice. And then, of course, it's not technically an oil, but one that I cannot do without is my Ningxia Red. Ningxia Red has been absolutely amazing for my overall wellness support, and it just helps me greatly while being on dialysis. There's a lot of other oils that I use all the time because of being on dialysis to help me keep above the wellness line, but those are really my major ones that I use every day. And then the last question is, why Living the Oil Life? Why did I come up with that name? And that is kind of self-explanatory. When I started using the oils and I started seeing how amazing they are, what they did for me, what they've done for my life, what they've done for me emotionally, physically, and spiritually, and how I saw them working in other people's lives, they've become part of my lifestyle, and I am living the oil life. I use my oils every day. I use them several times a day. I use them at night. I'm always talking about them. I don't think a day goes by that I don't talk about them or I don't, share with somebody about the oils. And so that's how I came up with Living the Oil Life. So those are 10 questions about me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little bit more about me and where I'm coming from and why I'm so passionate about the oils and about living the healthiest that I can, because being on dialysis, your immune system is compromised. You don't always feel really great. Like you guys know from 2 weeks ago, you have setbacks that happen, and the oils have just helped me tremendously, and I just want to share that with everybody. So if you guys have any other questions, please feel free to comment below. Please feel free to ask me. I'm here and I would love to help you guys learn more, and I love learning from you guys. I love the community of YouTubers and Instagram and Facebook. I love the social media community. Talking to somebody on Instagram the other day about how amazing social media is, and the fact that even people that you've never met in person before, you can have that camaraderie and the same interests and just have that relationship with them, that you can send out prayers and well wishes and positive thoughts. So I really do thank you guys for that. So that is my Did You Know Friday. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And if you're not living the oil life yet and you would love to, I would love to talk to you more. Please send me a message, comment below, and leave your email. You can check out my website, livingtheoillife.com. Connect with me on Facebook, which I think it's Living the Oil Life with Natalie. I'm on Instagram, Living the Oil Life, and on Periscope. On Periscope, my Twitter is @Brookhart, BROOKHART, and I would love to connect with you guys that way. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I will see you Monday for Must Have Monday. Keep living the oil life, guys, and I'll see you later.